You've made it through the journey of figuring out that you're aspec, but what if you're lying to yourself? Let's talk about it. So this experience of going through the journey of trying to figure out whether or not you're aspec, getting to the point where you realize, yes, I think I am, that's where I am landing and what I want to go with, and then having that voice in your head doubting that reality and asking yourself very, very plainly, maybe I'm lying to myself, is not an uncommon experience. Over the years that I've worked on Ace Dad advice, I've encountered countless numbers of people who are in that same place. They've done the work. They've come to the conclusion that, yes, I think aspec is what is right for me. And then some force, either within themselves or without themselves, makes them doubt that, makes them think that maybe what that work has been is just a lie. I will admit that I have been there too. When I was 41 and figuring out that I was ace and getting to the point where I was comfortable attaching ace to myself, I also went through that period of thinking, well, I mean, but what if it was something else? But what if it's this? What if it's that? What if it's this? What if it's that? And all of a sudden I'm like the confused math lady meme, just like going off. Let's start by talking about why we go through that experience. From the very beginning, from the moment we are out of the womb and into the world, we are being taught what is possible and what is acceptable for someone like us. We are being taught what someone with our body and the perceptions other people have of people with our bodies, what we should be doing with it and who we should be inside it, how we should think about our bodies and also our place in the world. We're taught from the very beginning what is going to be expected of us at each step along the way. And we're ultimately taught that anything outside of those expectations and select possibilities is bad, morally bad, terrible, a deviation, monstrous, any countless number of bad things. And that's what we arrive at our aspec journey with. All of that baggage, all of that cultural conditioning, all of those messages, all of those ideas about what is right, what is wrong, and what is possible. So even though we are going through the process of unlearning those things and learning new things, learning new possibilities for our bodies and ourselves, learning new ways to think about what we can expect or what we can dream of or what could be possible for us, those old messages are always there in the background, banging against the door, trying to be heard. And built into that noise are all of society's explanations for what being aspec is other than simply being aspec. Maybe it's hormones. Maybe I haven't met the right person yet. Maybe I'm just scared of sex. Maybe I just need to go to a therapist. Maybe I just need to eat better and lose weight. All of those questions forms the doubts we have about our own understanding of ourselves. So that doubt you are experiencing, the doubt you share with everybody else in the aspec community, is simply rooted in the societal messages we've been taught from the time we were born about what we should be in the bodies we have. So what do we do about this doubt? The most important thing we can do for ourselves is simply trust that we are the author of our own story and that we are the authority about what's happening inside our bodies and minds. Because we are. Nobody else knows what the truth of our own experience is. Nobody else knows what's happening in our bodies, what we feel, what we think, how we are relating to other people, how we are relating to certain experiences. Nobody really knows that except for us. And the way that you, in your own body, in your own mind, in your own heart, understand those experiences is the truth. So when from others or from ourselves we encounter those questions, am I lying to myself? Am I just anxious? Do I need to go to a doctor? Are my hormones off? Whatever that is, we need to counter those questions with more appropriate questions. Does being ace or arrow feel like the truth to me? Does being ace or arrow explain my experience? Does it describe what I'm feeling? Does calling myself ace or arrow make me feel better about myself? Does it make me feel clearer to myself? That second set of questions are the only questions we really should be asking ourselves when it comes to how we are defining ourselves. Because ultimately, those are the only questions that really matter. Is this challenging? Yeah, I mean, sure, of course it is. We have spent our entire lives in a culture telling us that everything we are and everything we may want or everything we want to dream about and be possible won't be or shouldn't be. But like all good skills, you can develop those muscles by practicing that. Anytime those negative ideas come into your head, just practice answering the better questions. Maybe you're not going to totally feel better the first go, but the more you do it, the more you replace those negative questions and those negative ideas with the positive ones that open up possibilities for yourself and allow you to be the authority of your own experience. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it, and the more those good questions will become how you really live and feel in the world. If you want more good advice on sex, identity, and relationships through an aspec lens, you can follow me on all my social media platforms over here, or you can read my 2 books over here. And as always, friends, I'm glad you're here.